Hello everybody, I have heard that you are planning to apply for the USMLE. This is amazing, this is great. This is going to take your career into another level, and I would like you to help you through this process. And this seemingly difficult process is going to turn into a very simple and easy process after you watch this presentation. So please stay with me. First of all, I would like to introduce you to our group on Facebook, Must US Group. So please join the group, contribute to the group, and if you have any questions, please post them in the group, and for sure you will find somebody to answer your questions. And this group is basically it was established by one of our seniors like 1 year ago, and it is for students and graduates from Must University who want to apply for the USMLE. I would like to introduce you to some of the terms that we will be using during this presentation. The first term that you need to know is the commission that we will be dealing with. ECFMG. It stands for Educational Commission for Foreign Medical Graduates. This commission is basically made to gather all international students and graduates. So if we want to apply for the exam, we must apply through this commission. Second term, this is the USMLE ID or ECFMG ID. It is your identity number, and you will be given one by 5 days after you sign up for the first time on ECFMG website, and we will talk about this in a while. IWA, Interactive Web Applications. This is basically a branch of the ECFMG website, and it is the main branch that we will be dealing with during the application process, and we will look into this in a while. Application for ECFMG certification. This is the very first step that you should do before you can apply for the USMLE exam. Online application. Online application is the application that we submit through IWA. Paper application. These are some papers that you have to send to ECFMG. It's basically made of some forms, and you may need to send your transcript or certificates with the paper application, and we will talk about this when we come to it. OASIS. OASIS is the online applicant status and information system. It is made to help you follow up your application. So when you send your paper application, you will have to check OASIS and to see in which step your application is. And basically, it's easy to access the OASIS. You can access it through IWA. ECFMG Medical School Web Portal. It is a branch of ECFMG website, and through it officials in school can verify the status of applicant. Getting started. Before you start, the very first thing that you should do is to fix your name. So please fix your name. Make your name in the passport matches exactly your name in school and ECFMG to avoid any headache in the future. Because if your name doesn't match, you may need to submit some additional informations and documentation with your papers, and it is a very long process, and it may lead to rejection sometimes. So if you're still a student, or even if you are a graduate, and if you have access to school and you can change your name in school, please do it. Change your name and make it matches your name in the passport. Okay? Determine your status. Are you a student or graduate? Because this is very important for the application, and what kind of documentation that you will need to submit with your application, and we'll talk about this in a while. Credit card. You may need a method for payment to make your payment through it. Overview. If you want to apply for the USMLE, you have to register through the ECFMG. This is a fact. We must apply through the ECFMG. How? First, you have to get USMLE ID through the ECFMG website. This is the very first step that we will be doing, and we will do it together now. Second, using your USMLE ID, you apply for the ECFMG certification. This is the second step that you will be doing before you can apply for exam. Third, you apply for exam online application through IWA. You apply for the step you want to take, either step 1, step 2 CK, or step 2 CS, or even step 3, depends on where you're coming from. Fourth, You need to send your paper application to the ECFMG after having them signed and stamped by an official at school, and it takes around 3 weeks for these papers to get accepted. So my point here is this process may take time, around a month, so please be patient and start as early as possible. Are you ready? Let's do it together. First, USMLE ECFMG ID. Do you have one? If you have one, please skip this. Do not duplicate. Do not request for USMLE ID if you have one. They may ban you. They may block you. And that's not good. You don't want to be blocked. Okay? So if you have USMLE ID, please do not request for another ID. If you don't have one, you go to ECFMG.org, Iowa, and you establish an account. Okay? What you will be needing? Just your biographical information, your contact information, and within 5 days they will email you with your USMLE ID and a temporary password that you will have to change once you log in for the first time. Okay, let's do it together. The first step is the USMLE ID. I type in here ECFMG. Here you are. This is the front page of ECFMG.org website. You go to online services. You go to interactive web application. This is the main branch of ECFMG.org that we will be dealing with. Through Iowa, we apply for exams. Go to Iowa. Here you are. If you have a USMLE ID, just go ahead and you type your ID and your password, you log in. You don't have an ID, you go down here. If you are a first time user of some online services, click here to establish an account. You click here. Here you are. Here are some instructions. It's very important to read these instructions on how to use your and how to request for USMLE ID, and what kind of information that you will be using: your name, your date of birth, your country of birth, and your email address, telephone number. You confirm that after you read them. Go next. I have some instructions. If you have never submitted an application to ECFMG for any examination, answer no. So we agreed. You have no USMLE ID. Go no. Next. Alright. This page, you will need your information. Your last name, the rest of the name. Please, please, please be precise. This is very important to write your name exactly as it appears in your passport. Please, 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 please. I'm begging you. You don't want to get into troubles, because once you submit your name in here, if you want to change it, you may need to submit some sort of documentations and forms and applications. It's a very long process. You don't want to go through the headache. The rest of your informations, country of your school, we choose Egypt. Select, wait, here's the list. These are schools in Egypt that are eligible for applying for the USMLE. Where's our lovely school? Here you go, Misr University. And you continue the rest. Your email address, a valid email address, because they will send you the USMLE ID to your email. And then you say, I certify that the information, this online application process is true and accurate and provided solely by me. And then you submit. Within 5 days, you will receive an email with your USMLE ID. You will be using this USMLE ID in your communications with the ECFMG. If you are going to call them, you do phone call, you will have to provide USMLE ID. If you are sending any documentations to them, you will have to provide your USMLE ID. Let's get back to our presentation. So this is your USMLE ID. You will get it within 5 days after you submit your request. The second step, after you got your USMLE ID, you have to apply for the ECFMG certification. What are you gonna need? Same thing, just your basic information and a credit card, any type of payment card, Visa card, MasterCard, American Express, Discover, internet card. How to get internet card? If you are in Egypt, it's easy. Arab African Bank, I think they have it, and it is easy to get. You can get it from there. And the exam, the application for the ECFMG certification will cost you around $60. This is the ECFMG website, the Iowa website. Once you log in using your USMLE ID, you go here and you click on application for ECFMG certification. Okay, very easy. You will find the application and you can fill it easily. Third step, after you apply for ECFMG certification, you will have to submit your online application for the exam you want to take. What are you gonna need? Basic information, a credit card, same thing, and nothing much to say about this part because we have a very beautifully arranged document on our Facebook group, Must US, under the title How to Apply for the USMLE, a simple guide. It will guide you step by step through this application. It's like 25 steps application. It's very important. Don't ignore this file. Please join the group and read through the file. It will help you. If you have any questions about the online application, please do not hesitate to post your question in the group. We will help you through this process. After you submit the online application, you will be able to print the paper application, and it depends on your status what kind of paper applications you need. Are you a student or graduate? If you are a student, you will need form 186. If you are a graduate, you will need 4 forms. Form 186, 187, 344, 345. What are you talking about? I will tell you now what are these forms. We'll go through them one by one and we will fill them together. It is very easy and simple. We will go through it. How to determine your status? Are you a student or a graduate? You are one of 3. You are either a student, which means you are enrolled in Must University. You are either in any class from 101 till around the final exams of 602. After the final exams of 602, you are not a student anymore. So during the internships, we are not students. Case 2, you are a graduate. I call it graduate A, which means after 602 exams, but before the release of your final medical diploma, which is a shahada al-kartona, you don't have the kartona yet. So if you don't have the kartona in your hand, you are case 2. Okay, we will talk about this. Case 3, you are a graduate and your kartona is released. Now you have your kartona in your hand. Now to talk about just the case 2, you don't have your kartona yet. The kartona usually is released after 1 year after you finish your 602 exams. So during your internship, you will be case 2. Case 3, you already finished your internship. I mean, it's like 1 year after 602 final exams, your kartona will be released. So now you are case 3. Okay? So remember the cases and decide, are you case 1 or case 2 or case 3? Because each and every case has different papers to be submitted. Please stay with me on this step. For case 1, you are a student. Paper needed? No papers required from school. No transcript, no certificate, nothing. Just your 186 form. Okay? So please write this down. If you are a student, you need nothing from school except your 186 form, and 186 form will be printed after you finish your online application. After you finish your online application, you will have your 186 form. For case 2, you are a graduate. I mean, you are during your final exams in 602, or you just finished your 602 final exams. Okay, and you don't have your shahada kartona. Okay, so these are the papers required. First of all, you need your graduation statement. Graduation statement is not shahada kartona, okay? Graduation statement is your shahada takharruj. It's not the diploma, and usually it is released around 2 to 3 months after you finish your 602 final exams. You will need an original copy of it plus 2 photocopies of your graduation statement. Second, you'll need a paper called Mi'ad al-Shahada al-Kartona, date of issuing of medical diploma, plus 2 photocopies of it. 3, you'll need a transcript, plus 2 photocopies of it. 4, you will need your forms, form 186, form 187, form 344, and 2 copies of form 345. And these forms you can print them once you submit your online application. Okay. 5. You need 2 recent 5x5 photo, please. 5x5, not 4x6, please. Go to any studio around you and you ask them for a photograph. You say it's for the embassy, American embassy, they know it. It's 5x5, and you write your name and USMLE ID on the back of the photo. 6. You'll need photocopy of your passport. All papers should be in English. University stamp is sufficient. No need to wait for 2 weeks to get the papers stamped by the Ministry of Higher Education. Just by university stamp, 3 days enough, okay? And please make them in English, especially ميعاد الشهادة الكرتونة. Sometimes they release it in Arabic. Please reaffirm, tell them in English. From where to get these papers? From graduation affairs. You go there and you fill the applications. You know how to do it. Case 3. Case 3, now you are graduated and you have your final medical diploma in your hand. You will submit 2 photocopies of your Arabic final medical diploma with an official English translation of it. Okay? You need transcript plus 2 photocopies. You will need your forms, same forms, 186, 187, 344, and 2 copies of 345. And you need 2 recent 5x5 photo. 5x5, please. Name and ID on back as usual, and a photocopy of your passport. How to handle the paper application? Okay, for the online application we said go to the document and must US group. You will find it step by step. For the paper applications I will walk you through it, so don't worry. Okay, this is form 186. Once you submit your online application and you make your payment for the exam, they will direct you to a page. That page will have your form 186. You can print the form. And please, when you print the form, make sure that the margins are all in the same paper. If these margins are outside the paper, outside the A4 paper, they may reject your request. Okay, so make sure the frame is inside the paper. You print your 186. It is the most important form. It's called certification of identification form. You will attach your 5x5 photo in here, and please, when you attach it, use a glue. Okay, use a glue when you attach your 5x5 photo. After that, you'll sign in here your name in Latin character, which means you write your name. You write your name. It's okay, you can put a stroke above or below, but the most important is that your name should be written in here. And here the date. And here in this part, under this line, it's not filled by you. Sorry, it's not filled by you. An official from school has to fill this part, okay? Signature of medical school official. An official from school. We will talk about the officials in a while. You will see them now. We have 4 officials in school, and one of them will sign here. Here will put his signature, and here will put the date he signed in. And this date, please focus with me. In this date must match exactly the date you wrote under your signature. You must both sign in the same day. So please leave this blank and allow the official to sign and write the date. After he writes the date in here, you go and you write the same date he wrote in here. This is important. Many people get rejected because these 2 dates doesn't match. Okay? So please focus on this point. It is very important that you write the date in here same as the one in here. Okay, and here he will put his name and the official title, and he will put the name of the school, Masr University for Science and Technology, Faculty of Medicine. Okay, so, and after that, after you put your photo here 5x5, the official has to stamp here, and the stamp here must cover half of the stamp cover the photo, and the other half covers the paper, like this. This is the 5x5 photo. Okay, it is attached with the glue, and here is the stamp. Here's our beautiful stamp. This is our official stamp. Okay, make sure this is the stamp they stamp your paper with. Okay, half of the stamp on the photo and the other half on the paper. Many people get rejected because the stamp doesn't cover the photo. Many people get rejected because the photo is not attached with the glue. So please, this is very important. You don't want to be rejected, because this process is going to take 3 weeks. If you got rejected, you will wait for another 3 or maybe more weeks. Okay, here are the officials. If you want to sign your paper, go to School Student Services. We have 4 officials. You can sign your paper by any one of these officials, but only these officials. You cannot sign your paper by somebody else, because these signatures are recorded in the ECFMG records. They know these signatures. If you signed your papers by somebody else, your papers may get rejected. Okay, so the official who will sign your form 186 here must be one of these 4 officials: Omar Abdulaziz, Hani Nabawi, Ahmed Sami, Salama Abdulaziz. Okay, and the position and the title they put here, the position and the title they put here must be the same as the one in here. Okay, so make sure, if you want, you can take a copy of this. You will find it in the document we talked about on the Must US group. We have a document about how to apply. In that document you can find a copy of this paper. In it, the names and the titles and the signatures. Okay, now we are done with form 186. Okay, if you are a student, you will submit only this form. You don't need anything else. If you are a graduate, either case 2 or case 3, you will need these additional 3 documents: 187, 344, 345. Okay, let's take a look at them and fill them together. How to find these forms? Easy. Just go to Google, write form 187. Here you go. It's available online. Okay, it's just that form 186. Form 186 is not available online. You have to pay for the exam before you are able to print form 186, because it will be printed for you. It has your ID number. Okay, it has your date of birth, your informations, it has a barcode. It's special for you. Okay, and you can print it anytime. As student, if you are a graduate, this word will be changed into graduate. Okay, this is form 187. Let's fill it together. Your name, you know your name, last, first, middle, USMLE ID. And in the second page of form 187, you'll encircle yes, yes, just a circle, and yes. Okay, and here you will put your signature in Latin character. You write your name, and you put the date. Okay, the date you signed the form. This is for 187. Actually, I have it here open. 187. We are done with it. 344. 344. The first 2 pages are instructions. You don't have to send them with your papers. Here's the form. You start from the 3rd page. Write your last name, first name, middle name, USMLE ID, and here's a checklist. And it depends if you are case 2 or case 3. Please remember, if you are case 2, you don't have your final medical diploma. You don't have your shahada kartona. Okay? If you are case 3, you have your shahada kartona. Assume that you are case 2. you don't have your cartona. How to fill the checklist? You will check 2 photocopies of Final Medical Diploma, 1 current full face passport size photograph. No need to check official English translation because you are case 2 and you have your graduation statement in English. And here these 2 items are about the name. If your name in the passport matches exactly your name on ECFMG, you can check this. If there are differences between your name in the passport in your certificates in school and your name on ECFMG, you will check this. And you may need to submit some additional documentation. Actually, I'm not really familiar with this part, what kind of documentation you should submit if your name doesn't match, and that's why I encouraged you to change your name in school if it doesn't match your name in the passport. And here you check 2 copies of completed signed dated medical school release request form 345, and here you check 2 photocopies of transcript, and here no need to check official English translation transcript because our transcript is issued in English. And here the name, same as above. If it matches, you say matches. If it doesn't match, you say it doesn't match, and you say what kind of documentation you are submitting. Okay, this is it for form 344. If you have any questions, you can go to the group and post your question and we will answer your question. Okay, this is it for form 344. Let's see form 345. Form 345 is the last form. Here you have first page is instructions. You don't need to send it with your papers. Skip to the second page. Second page, your name of medical school, address medical school, city, state, country, and here your name, your USMLE ID, date of birth. Please be careful with the name, last, first, middle. Date of graduation. Date of graduation, usually it is the last month in your 602. If you are graduating in the spring, it will be August. If you are graduating in the fall, it could be around February or March. It depends if you are graduating in which semester. After that, your signature and the date of your signature. This is the first copy of 345. This is the second copy of 345 because we said you will be sending 2 copies of your 345 form. So that's it for these forms. Let's get back to our presentation. Now we saw form 186, how to fill it, from whom to sign it, and this is form 187. As we said, take all 3 yes, 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 and 344 and 345 2 copies. Okay, it's okay to staple forms that are of 2 pages. 187 and 344 are 2 pages, so it's okay to staple them if you want. After you fill your forms and you have your 186 form signed by one of the officials, and you put all your documentations, depend on your case. If you are case 2, you will need these 6 documentations. If you are case 3, you will need these 5 documentations. Okay, you put them all in A4 envelope, white plain envelope, and you make sure that the official stamp the envelope and put a laser signature here on the envelope. Okay, now you are done with your application. You have your papers, all of your papers are in the envelope. Now what you need to do is to go to DHL. Okay, you'll send the envelope to this address, ECFMG, and you tell the teacher to send the envelope in the name of Misr University for Science and Technology. Okay, please do not send it in your name. Please do not send it in your name. It will be rejected. The envelope has to arrive from Misr University for Science and Technology, not from you. And tell them that you are a student. They will give you a very beautiful discount for students. After they receive your application, 3 weeks, they will receive your application like within 2-3 days, and they will be processing the application for 3 weeks, and you can check the status of your application through Iowa, through Oasis, and actually when they receive it after 3 weeks, they will send you an email saying that your papers are accepted or rejected, and hopefully they will be accepted. And once they are accepted, you will have somebody from school has to verify your status, student or graduate, through his account on ECFMG Medical School web portal. We have 3 officials, and hopefully we will be having 4 officials, same officials in here. You go to any of them and you tell him that you want your status to be verified on the ECFMG Medical School web portal, and he will verify your status if you are a student or graduate. Once verified, you will receive another email stating that your application is complete, and you will receive your scheduling permit within 5 days. So 3 weeks you are waiting for the papers to be accepted. Papers are accepted. You will have to verify your status. Somebody from school, official from school, has to verify your status and tell the ECFMG that yes, this student is one of our student, or yes, this graduate is one of our graduates, and he graduated in this date and that date. And you'll be verified, and your application will be complete, and then you will receive your scheduling permit within 5 days after verification. Okay. And after 5 days, you received the third email giving you instructions on the scheduling permit and how to access it and how to use it. Okay, then you can go ahead to Prometric and apply for the exam. Please join our group on Facebook, and please spread the word about the group. This is very important. Everybody in school should be aware of the group and should be aware of the officials who signed the papers and of the whole process. I hope this presentation wasn't long and heavy on you, and I apologize for taking this long with the presentation, and I wish you best of luck and success in your career. This is me, Mosa'ab Ammat, from Must US Group. Take care.